Okay, so what we're looking at today is Cyberpunk 2077 running on an i9 13900K with 64 gigs of RAM and an AMD Radeon 5700 XT video card. So it is true that the i9 13900K is quite a bit higher end of a processor than most users are going to pair this video card with. And it's also true that the 64 gigs of RAM is also more than most users are going to pair this with. However, that being said, with the 5700 XT being as old as it is, you probably are going to plateau on the capabilities of this card. Probably something in the neighborhood of like a 9900K or 10900K, something like that. So, yeah, it's not 100% realistic, but it's not horribly off. So, and what we're doing is we're running in 1440p because I want this to be, driving these cards to 4K and saying, oh, look, it can run 4K. It's fun. It's kind of cool to see how far we can push it, but this is a more accurate showing as to how normal users are going to use this. So, let's take a look at our video. So we're running 1440p, full screen, and we're running at the, although it says custom, we're at the high preset with all the frame generation stuff turned off. Or all the frame gen is off, frame generation's off, and FSR is off as well. So there's no upscaling going on right now. It's only, I was curious. You can't, you gotta have it all off. So yeah, we're running at the high setting with all of the upscaling stuff off. And it runs pretty good. If you really gotta have the higher frame rate, putting it at medium is gonna get you that. I honestly think that it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make under these circumstances because we're not dipping into even the low 30s. We're staying up in the mid to high 40s, which a good fast processor will do that for you. So this is definitely not anything to complain about. And keep in mind, we're also on the motorcycle, so it has to render everything around us. And we're moving. So, and we're in the downtown area as well. So this is kind of the highest, demand area. So we're basically putting it in the highest demand scenario, and so it's a safe bet that anything you do is going to see as good or better than this. Like this isn't an unrealistic setting. I didn't go out in the middle of nowhere where there's no action or population or anything for the computer to need to render. And I think this is very respectable. It looks good. It's enjoyable. The frame rate isn't dropping below smooth. See if we can find someone to shoot some bullets at here. What do we got? Let's go there. Yeah, I certainly, if I didn't have better hardware and this was what I had, I'd totally be happy with this. This is what I call the whole experience being here. So the graphics are not turned down so low that it compromises the look of the game. In fact, this is high setting. Of course you're not down that low. It is using more RAM than games in the past. It's definitely impressive that it's capable of drawing that much. You also do have the option of turning on great. Now the cops are after me. That's just wonderful. You certainly do also have the option of turning on the upscaling. At the lowest upscaling level, it wouldn't affect you a ton, but it is slightly noticeably clearer without it.
Hey, wait!
Yeah, I mean that was a fairly high action sequence there, and it ran great. So I would definitely call the Radeon 5700 XT solidly a 1440p card for Cyberpunk 2077. Whether that means running it at the medium setting, running it at the high setting and dealing with a slightly compromised frame rate but still not bad, or running it at the high or ultra settings with the FSR and frame gen turn on. You've got so many different options on this, but you definitely have a solid 1440p capability on your hands with this. So anyway, I hope you guys like that look at Cyberpunk, to just kind of see what you're working with here, and thanks for watching the video.